Active Recon Practical. Now let us start with our Active Recon Practical. Before starting any penetration testing activity, defining the scope and getting proper authorization for testing the target is essential. We are assuming that we have permission to conduct the exercise on tesla.com. First is using burp suite for initial analysis. Launch burp suite and configure your browser to use it as a proxy. For that, we need to start burp suite from our Kali machine. Now open Firefox, enable proxy in Foxy Proxy to capture the traffic in burp suite. Before searching, we need to make and add the target to scope in burp suite. For that, navigate back to burp suite, click on Target tab, go over to Scope settings and under Target Scope, click on Add button and copy the URL that we are going to enumerate. In this case, tesla.com. Now close the scope settings window, go over to the proxy tab and turn on intercept. Now let us go back to Firefox and search for tesla.com. As you can see, the request is intercepted by burp suite. We can analyze and edit the request, like changing the request method from get to post, etc. and observing the changes. For now, I'm forwarding the request without making any change. Now we can turn off the intercept tab and crawl through the website manually. Once we are done with our crawling, if we go back to burp under proxy tab and select the HTTP history, here we can see all the traffic generated. Select one of the requests and right click on it. We can see a bunch of options such as sending the request to repeater for further testing or to intruder for brute forcing and fuzzing. Second is directory and file enumeration with GoBuster or derp. We will now perform directly brute forcing on tesla.com with derp. Derp is a web content discovery tool. It looks for existing or hidden directories in a specified endpoint in our Kali machine. So let's boot up our Kali machine, open a new terminal and type derp. We can see that the derp comes with a bunch of options to perform directory brute forcing. In order to start directory brute force, we can run the command derp and website tesla.com. By default, derp comes with a pre-configured word list, so we don't need to specify a separate word list for now. Or if you want to use the custom word list, you can do so. Here in this demonstration, we'll be using a custom word list. As you can see, derp is able to find the new directories. We can go visit those links and analyze the contents. Let's move to the next one, technology identification with what web. What web is actually a tool which is used to identify and recognize all the web technologies and frameworks that are available on the target website. To download what web in Kali Linux, just type sudo apt install what web. Now type what web and the target website, in our case tesla.com, and press enter. We can see few results, and if you want to see detailed results, just add the -v flag. You can also perform enumeration on a range of IP address by specifying the IP address along with their subnet mask. For example, what web and the IP address subnet. Another technique for Active Recon is enumeration with Nikto. Nikto is an open source web application and web server scanner. Nikto can perform comprehensive tests against web servers for multiple security threats. It can also perform checks for outdated web server software and versions. Nikto comes pre-installed in Kali. We can type nikto-h to see complete list of options that Nikto offers. Perform a basic domain scan, use -h flag. We can perform a simple scan on scanme.nmap.org. By default, Nikto will perform basic scan on port number 80. If you want to perform scan on a secure website, you need to add -SSL flag to it. By analyzing the scanning result, we can see that Nikto was able to provide information about the server and its version, header, HTTP methods, and much more.